Hello, and this is Big Bang Bot, and yep, here we have another response/reaction video, but this is only 3/4 of a reaction video because I looked through the first quarter of a failed attempt at making a reaction video while I wasn't home. But anyway, I'm going to be making a reaction video, well, 3/4 of a reaction video, on MikeyAngryBird's reaction on my Rayman review, as in the revisited one. Now, my first review I made back on May 11th, 2012, and it was my 8th review. That review doesn't even deserve to be called a review. It's one of the worst reviews ever. It's dreadful. Just don't watch the original review. Just don't watch that review. It's dreadful. It's almost as bad as my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 review. But now, we are jumping all the way to 2014. January 5th, 2014 to be exact. I just reached 100 subscribers, finally. And I made a re-review on Rayman 1, as in the first one. And yeah, now he has a lot of pointless stuff at the beginning, and I don't know when he actually starts watching the review, so I've got to find that myself.
1993 and 5,000.
He just talks about the history of the game, as in all of its releases.
So let's watch this reaction to Rayman for the Sony PlayStation.
Hello, and this is Big Bang Bot, and welcome. That was a mistake, keeping that sound effect in. That sound effect of the Saturn, that was not meant to be there. I wanted to press it when it just started recording so that the song would play immediately, but I failed. Sorry. And I didn't cut it out, because I'm dumb.
Welcome to another review. Now today, I will be reviewing Rayman for the Sony PlayStation.
Or how I said it back in 2012, Rayman!
Now, I know what you're thinking, you've reviewed this before, Big Bang Bot, yeah.
Yeah, if you can even call it a review.
Let me see, you used it, maybe 2012. Yeah, I'm correct that, let me see.
May 11th, 2012.
Can I correct that? Let me see. Okay. Get this. There. Big Bang Bot. Find a Rayman review. Let's see. Where can I find it? Okay, videos. Let's see, 2012. Maybe I should change it to oldest. Let's see. Let's see if I find it.
You could just look in the Giant Exploding Robot Reviews playlist. That will be a much simpler way to find it. Also, I'd love it if you made a list of your top 10 favourite Giant Exploding Robot reviews, and then you explained why you love them so much, and then you showed us your favourite parts of the reviews without any commentary. Considering you're unprofessional, I won't mind if you laugh, but I'd love to see that. Also, I can't wait for the Crash Bandicoot Wrath Cortex reaction video. I really want to see that. Plus, Super Mario 3D World.
Let's see, 2012. Is it 2012? Almost find it. Let's see, 12th review. Oh, I have.
It was my 8th review.
It's just like, did I skip it? Oh, look, review 8. Okay, 2012. I correct that. It's 2012.
Yes, I know, but that review was terrible. And
If you can even call it a review. Seriously, it's not even a review. It's just a dreadful mess.
let's give the game the justice it deserves. Now, this game first
If you want to see the original review for whatever reason, just watch it. But we have to release it until, like, late April on the next week. Like,
Don't make a reaction video on my Rayman review, because considering your thoughts on my first 3 reviews, I don't want to see that reaction video. I just don't. I don't want to see you saying, it's not that bad. Of course it's that bad. It's dreadful. It's awful. It's horrendous. So, yeah.
on Tuesday.
Actually, I do not want you to do a reaction video on my original Rayman review, because I didn't really like your reaction video on my first and my third review that much. And it certainly didn't help that you didn't mind it when I said some of the worst things ever, like, one thing I hate about this game is how rubbish it is. I'm not going to explain how dreadful that sentence is, but you commentators should know how dreadful that sentence is. And it's from my first review, it's just dreadful. The only thing I liked in my first review was when I said, 10, 10, 10, 10. That was good. It was stupid, but it was so stupid it was good. But the rest of the video was horrendous. It was in my first review.
There's a Super Nintendo game.
We already asked
it.
it.
The Atari Jaguar.
Okay.
Then it went multi-platform. Now, despite the fact that it was...
But, like Rayman 2, it's only multi-platform. Everywhere. It's so many popularity. Why don't you come back in Rayman Origins after the Rabbids made it? That should get its own series. But, thank you, Ubisoft, to actually develop for the next Rayman game.
To be fair, I did skip along all of these parts. So, yeah. But it's still like 3/4 of a reaction video.
We're going to call it the Untitled Rayman game for the Wii, for the next gen.
Originally a Jaguar game, the PS1 version came out first. And then it came out on, like, the Jaguar, then the Sega Saturn, and MS-DOS. And then it was later ported to the Game Boy Color.
The MS-DOS is basically a PC. Silly boy. It got loads of updated versions on the PC. I can tell you that, and educational versions. But, yeah, the original version came on the MS-DOS, which is a computer.
With Game Boy Advance, DSiWare,
Whoa.
and yeah, there was even a port intended for the Gizmondo, but that version never came out.
Probably because the Gizmondo only sold 25,000 units. That's only 10,000 more than the N64 DD. And in case you don't know, 25,000 is a terrible number. It's just dreadful. You think the Wii U's failing? Go look at the N64 DD and the Gizmondo. They will make the Wii U look like iPhones and iPads. Or I prefer to call them diephones and diepads. I hate tablets and smartphones. They're just... everyone has them and it's so beeping annoying.
But after all these...
Because of the amazing 2005...
25,000.
25,000 units sold. That's a lot.
Sarcasm!
is this game still...
Although it did really sell around 25,000 units. But the sarcastic bit was saying that was a lot. Because, you know, 25,000 is dreadful.
as good as it originally was? And does it all my opinions the same as they were in my previous review? Well, let's find out.
That's the PS2.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Well, if you're watching the video, you're stating the obvious, but if you're not, then he's telling you what I'm doing.
Alright. This logo kept me chills again.
Now, back when I play Rayman 1, that logo stays there for 20 seconds. The PS1 logo stays there for a total of 20 seconds. That is just so long. You might not know how long that is, but it is so long. It usually takes less than that, but 20 seconds is really long. And I mean really long.
Now I'm too lazy to explain the story, so he's going to explain it.
And since he's explaining it, I'm skipping along.
I thought it was Mr. Dark, you big fat liar.
The tendency right now, rather than Mr. Dark. Quite likely. Because of business. No, not business. Just skip it.
The story's not that good, just like every game I review, but I'll let it pass. It's just an average story. Oh, and those elections.
I never play games for the story, I always play for the gameplay. Or just for collecting.
Do look quite depressed.
Yeah. Super depressed than Luigi's Mansion. nightmares. Maybe he's possessed ghosts or super depressed.
I don't even remember the last time I have nightmares. Nothing really scares me anymore. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Not even creepy fan art. Not even horror movies have scared me when I see clips of them. They just don't scare me.
Yeah, let's hope I didn't have nightmares for that. Stop it.
The goal is simple. All you have to do is get from point A
Quite like some Mario Brothers and
to point
You mean like a lot of games?
B.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Rayman has that little animation.
Like a ton of 2D platformers. Most 2D platformers, as in regular 2D platformers, you go from point A to point B. Unless it's like a Metroidvania game, then it's most likely point A to point B. Or it could be like the Gex games on Game Boy Color, where it's like the console version, which is like Mission Collect, just like Mario 64. Yeah, that's enough.
Crash Bandicoot is such a 3D, but it's just a point A to point B. And also,
When you start the
Trigger's
game
Money
off,
Hunt.
Rayman only has two abilities.
And also
He
some Mario
can
3D
jump
World.
and
not
he
Spyro
can
the
do a
Dragon
funny
and
face.
Shush. Now, just don't commentate over my videos too much. Especially if you're just talking about pointless stuff.
Which can scare off enemies.
That's cool.
On his journey, Rayman will collect abilities that
Power-ups! And also that Matilda the Fairies just become hot. Hot in Rayman Origins. Because he's extremely hot. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Maybe they actually could, like, give it a E10 plus rated and also rated 7 in the UK or Peggy 7.
make him progress through the game.
Okay, you could have waited until you finished your sentence to carry on the video.
What? Game? Oh.
And the fairy who got beaten up by Mr. Dark gives you them. So Rayman can gain the ability to punch, which is the most useful ability that you get. Glide, which is really useful for getting over long pits.
Why?
Rayman can grab on to these hook things,
Where's the super fast?
which
Oh, thank you.
is useful for getting through parts where you need
And also use the
them.
run button. Just use, try to run.
You can't get over
Make it
without
broken.
them.
Well, it's not broken.
Yeah, the running is not broken. It's not broken at all.
And running, which is also useful for getting over long gaps and getting through the levels faster. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Rayman can also hang. This is just as useful as all of the other power-ups, even though I don't see why Rayman has to gain the ability to use it.
Seriously, who needs to learn to hang on something? That's like, hey look, it's a door! And then, how am I supposed to open it then? Hey, I'm a fairy, I'm going to give you ability to open a door. And they're like, cool, I can open a door now. Wait, couldn't I just do that before? Oh, I'm so stupid. And I'm not doing a reenactment of that, but hey, whatever.
Oh, failure.
You can just imagine what it's like.
There are
Because I'm evil.
a total of 6 worlds in this game. Each with either 4 or 3 levels,
it's pretty hard.
except
Mine's
for the
pretty
last
long.
world, which only has 1 level. Now, I'll be naming these levels by their cliche and not their actual names. These worlds are Grass World,
Or Dream Forest.
You don't need to, say their real names. But the first world, he said Dream Forest. I don't think that's his name, but whatever.
Music World,
Bandland.
Yeah, Bandland.
Mountain
Or
World,
Rocky Roads when...
Art World,
Picture City.
and last but not least, another Cave World.
Or Scorpion.
Not including the final world,
Or
which
Scorpion Cave
is...
from hell.
I know for a fact that is not its name. I think the other ones he got correct.
Well, because
Or ice cream of heaven.
Or its real name, Mr. Dark Chateau. Or wait, I completely said that wrong. I said that wrong. I think it's meant to be French for castle. I don't know. I forgot.
it's made of food.
Well, it's just old names. Just made
On
up.
his journey, Rayman will collect a few items along the way.
Well, it's just in the game. Thank you.
There's sorry things which were exactly like the coins in the Super Mario
The ones
Brothers.
introduced in
But when you die, you lose all of them, which sucks.
Rayman 2, not this.
Little P icons, which I guess means power, which restore your
health
health.
power. And big P.
Then there's big P icons,
Wait a minute,
slowly restore your
like
health,
ET, you
but
get
it also
like
gives
P
you
blocks, like
a
ET
maxed
for
out
GBA,
5 hit points on a regular 3.
Yeah. Did you know that? Let's check that. P blocks from ET for GBA, and poop from ET, P poop from ET Cosmic Garden. Yeah, more like a cosmic blocks. Okay, hey look. 5 hit
Okay.
points still isn't enough to keep you alive, but there could be millions of points in the DSi port. Oops.
And there's extra lives which do, well, you should know what they do.
Unless you're a big fat idiot.
Extra life.
I'd like to mention that extra lives also restore your health.
Which is pretty cool! But it doesn't make the game too much easier.
There's also 2 fist upgrades. There's the yellow fist, which gives you a more powerful punch.
Falcon Punch! That was terrible, but whatever.
Stronger.
And
And
the super fist, which gives you a longer ranged punch.
Falcon Punch!
Right.
I just did that, so sorry.
Damn, stupid. What I call
I'd
it?
like to mention that it can also give you extra lives,
Take
even
that,
though
you
the
stupid
game's not
living
letting me
stones.
collect the extra lives.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a lie.
The guy from the intro is also here. If you give him 10 bubbles, electos,
I meant tings.
it will take you to a bonus
not
stage where
lungs.
you have to collect a
I didn't call them lums, I called them electoons. But I meant tings.
certain amount of tings.
But here's a hitting stuff. In Rayman on the Atari Jaguar in a PC version, there was a missing
Yes, I know, there was a bonus mini game, which was basically Breakout.
minigame, Jackie, but it's like something from, it's like smashing some blocks, like kaboom!
Like Breakout.
I think it's kaboom.
Or Arkanoid.
Maybe, or like Pong games, like upside down.
It comes from Breakout, even though more people might be aware of Arkanoid, but they just break out, just with Rayman.
Actually, like upside down. Possibly like destroy blocks.
For the time
Yeah,
runs
hitting minigames
out.
not used.
If you win, you get an extra life.
That's useful.
But the most important,
Okay, it is not that... well, I forgot what he said. Useful. It is a bit useful, but considering how many times you'll die, it's not that useful. It's a bit useful, but not too useful. Especially since that he's barely there in the later levels. Seriously, I only find him a few times in the later levels. I barely even find him in the later levels. When I do find him, I usually don't have enough tings. Why? Because I die all the time and I just don't have enough by the time I get to him.
collectible of all of them,
Very important.
are
The special one.
the
The face of care.
electoons.
To use the no hands and no legs to save the realm or the world from
Rayman is very magical. He doesn't even have any limbs, so how does he even, move? You can't move without legs, as in your feet. You can't move your hands without your arms, and you can't move your head without your neck. And you just can't work your body without your legs. You can't move without your legs. Your hands can't do anything without your arms. And you can't move your head without your neck. Without one thing, the world will be different for you.
The mysterious kidnapper.
The reason why they're most important
Sorry about this.
intellectual is because you need to free all of them to fight Mr. Dark. Now, you need to free them by punching their cage. There's 6 in each.
Save the letters because everything's all the
Some
same.
are in plain sight, but others are harder to find.
You will have to backtrack a lot to find them. You have to go to like one specific place to backtrack over because a platform will appear. And then, yeah, it's just play the game.
In fact, some even require you to go back to the level to collect them. And in case you want to do this, there's a level 2 not
Failure.
Yep, there is. If you don't believe me, then play the game for yourself.
Yeah, there is a lot of backtracking in this game. You'll need to collect your new abilities to save the Electoons, and you need the Electoons to fight Mr. Dark, because without the Electoons you can't fight Mr. Dark or even play the final level.
The controls are simple. If you want to jump, you have to press X, and if you want to punch, you have to press square, and if you want to do your funny
Okay, let's skip the controllers.
Okay, that's useful.
But to glide, you need to simply press X again while in midair.
Okay.
And if you want to run,
okay, let's just skip the
you
controls.
need to press circle while walking. And if you want
No,
to
you can't use your funny
the
face.
hooks, you just need to press square when you come into contact with them. The controls are simple and they work just fine. The only time when I hate the controls is any times when you're on a slippery surface.
Most people hate water levels, but ice levels, or in this game's case, slippery surface levels, which could be icy stuff in the cave world, as in the one with Mr. Stone, and the oil in Picture City. It is just so annoying. I hate it. No matter what game it is, I hate ice physics. They are terrible. And a bunch of surfaces on this game have ice physics, and I just hate them with a flaming passion.
It could lead to so many cheap deaths sometimes.
Bottomless pits of death. Because it's from Satan. Yeah. And also, let me see, is it? Like,
My old reviews are from Satan. Well, at least from my Satan. Not the actual Satan, they're from me, but my Satan must have been controlling me to make the worst reviews ever. Back then, I didn't think they were that bad, but now I know how dreadful they are.
Scorpion plant from Satan, not hell. Yeah, my language. That's the old words. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that you can duck by pressing down, but if you want to move while ducking, you need to press either the L1, L2 buttons to go left, or the R1, R2 buttons to go right. It's weird that you can't just...
For someone who said they were skipping the controls, you certainly only skipped one bit of the controls.
press the direction you want to go while holding down bar. This is just an extremely minor complaint which doesn't even bother me that much.
Yeah.
The graphics of this game are great.
Yeah, not as good as Rayman 2 and Rayman 3 graphics. Rayman 2 and Rayman 3 graphics are excellent! And
Rayman 2's graphics depend on the version you're playing. On the PS1 version, meh, they haven't aged that well. But on the other versions, they have aged quite well. The best graphics are possibly on the PS2 version, in my opinion. And Rayman 3 does look really, really nice. If a bit dark in some places.
Rayman Legends and Origins are awesome!
Yep, every Rayman game has good graphics. Let's just say that. Every single one has nice graphics, which is good, and yeah, most Rayman games have nice graphics. Rayman Rush on the PS1, no. those graphics aren't that good. Rayman Rush is basically a worse version of Rayman M, or Rayman Arena if you live in North America.
Yeah, that's my double voice.
Great hand drawn.
Rayman 1 just has great hand-drawn graphics, just like Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends would have. Rayman Legends has the best graphics in my opinion, just because they're so beautifully drawn. But I still can't deny how nicely Rayman 1's graphics were drawn.
Animation. And yes, the style is different to Rayman Legends, but they're still both hand-drawn. And the animation is great. The game is bright and colourful. All the worlds look different. And it's just so pleasing to look.
You're not suicide yourself. Oh, wait a minute.
In fact, according to the back of the box, it says there's 65,000 no, wait, wrong language.
Yeah, I probably ruined the pronunciation of that word. By the way, it's Dutch for colours, you know, or I could just check how it's technically pronounced on stupid translate from Google. So I need Dutch. Yes, I know it's Dutch. It's not German, it's Dutch.
kleuren.
That was what I was meant to say, but I said 65,000 kleuren, which was obviously, you know, wrong. You can listen to that again if you want.
65,000 kleuren.
Okay, and I have something in my inbox. I'm just going to quickly check that. And it's on this weird guy who commented on this thingy. Luckily, it has nothing to do with me, so yeah, that's happy for me. Why I say that's happy for me? Oh, wait, because I can be dumb sometimes. That's why.
5,000 colours.
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite a lot.
If you're in English, it's color.
Okay, in America, it's spelled C-O-L-O-R, and in the UK, it's spelled, or just in England, maybe Ireland, C-O-L-O-U-R, and maybe in Scotland, I don't know, just in the UK, it's spelled like that.
And I've heard that the Atari Jaguar version has twice as many colours, so according to my math skills, that would make a total of 130,000 colours in the Jaguar version.
Let's find out what that is in Dutch, even though the Jaguar version only came out in North America.
kleuren.
That.
Now let's move on to the soundtrack. Now this game has a great soundtrack from the catchy and upbeat intro theme.
Yeah, hopefully he's gonna skip all of the music.
16.
Music.
Oh gosh, not spikes. I hate spikes.
In my opinion, the version with the best sound effects is the PS1 version.
Yeah, just play that.
But that's...
Yeah, the Saturn version is missing the song when you beat the bosses. There's like a little catchy theme in the PS1 version, but in the Saturn version it's just the title screen music, which is a good song, but it just doesn't fit with the situation.
Maybe it's because I played the PS1 version more, but whatever. The voices in the game, same deal, but the talking guy in the intro sounds the same in all versions. Except in
the Atari Jaguar version where he doesn't speak at all, because you know it was made on a cartridge. While cartridges can produce voices, that probably would have been too much for the Atari Jaguar to handle. Or they could have just made it on the broken Atari Jaguar CD, which they didn't.
If you were to ask me what the worst version would be, that would definitely be the Atari Jaguar version.
I thought
Seriously,
it's pretty
this
bad.
game
Play the
does not
PlayStation 1
sound good,
for
especially
Rayman
the
1.
sound
It's the
effects.
best. But Jaguar version, don't play that for it. It's a lot bad because the music and the graphics are okay, but it's
Have you even played the Atari Jaguar version? Please prove to me that you've played the Atari Jaguar version. You can't just say it's bad because the graphics and the music are worst. Or worse. If the gameplay is still fun, then overall the game would still be good. I've not played the Atari Jaguar version, so I can't tell you my opinions on it. And he's probably just telling his opinion, like, just by looking at the graphics and listening to the music. But, yeah, I told you before, don't judge a game, or a movie, or anything, unless you've experienced it for yourself. As in, if it's a game, you've actually held the controller, turned the game on, and played it. Or if it's a movie, you actually sat through the movie for as long as you could handle. As in, not just watching the trailer, or what other people say about the movie.
the Jaguar version is pretty old bad.
Now, Rayman does have its flaws.
I'm not trusting you. You're saying the Atari Jaguar version is bad, but I want to see proof that you've played the Atari Jaguar version. Make a gameplay video on the Atari Jaguar version. Just show me solid evidence that you've played the Atari Jaguar version. I am not leaving until you've proved to me that you've played the Atari Jaguar version and you still think that it's bad. I want proof.
Yeah, here he goes. The best part in Rayman.
Now, the Atari Jaguar version does have the worst music out of the main versions, but if you wanted the worst music out of every single release of Rayman, that'll have to be the Game Boy Color version, which is not the same game. The Game Boy Color version has awful music. It's just dreadful. It's just an insult to music making on the Game Boy Color. It just sounds awful. Now, Game Boy Color games mostly sound bad anyway, but the Rayman on the Game Boy Color is special for its awful music. But the game is still fun, and that's the only thing that matters.
It's the best part in Big Man Bot's video.
I spoke about a ton.
Just let you know. Now, this is just... Now, good. Remember, my name does not have any capital letters in it. It's all lowercase. And he got it right in this video, but just make sure that in all future reaction videos you make, and best of Big Ben Bot videos you make, and the top 10 best Sodium Robot reviews by me, just make sure that you do not put a capital B at the beginning of it or any other capital letters. Just make sure. Luckily, he did it right in this video, but he did it wrong in another video, so I might as well just mention it, just to warn him. Because my username, as you should see here, it's all lowercase. It's all lowercase. So, I was just mentioning that. And hey, look, something happened to the video. Don't know what, but something did.
The best part in Big Man video.
I spoke about it tons in my original review, and I will talk about it again. This game is one of the hardest games I've ever played.
This is toughest than Rayman 2, but Rayman 2 wasn't as tough, but it's way too...
No Rayman game can compare to the Rayman 1, or at least the original versions of Rayman 1. Not like the Game Boy Advance and DSi version, not the Game Boy Color version. Just like the PS1, the Saturn, the MS-DOS versions. Yeah, maybe the Atari Jaguar version, I don't know. I've not played the MS-DOS or Atari Jaguar version, so I can't judge them, but I think that the MS-DOS version is practically the same, just, you know, with the Breakout minigame and the Atari Jaguar version. You should know about that version by now.
Rayman 3 is possibly longer. Longer legends. But all 100%
that is something I will cover more in this review.
Oh.
So So basically, this game is hard because there are tons of bottomless pits,
Or cheap.
very
Cheap deaths.
platforming,
Okay.
enemies that are hard to hit because they're too low to the ground, which leads
Or
to
these
some
bigots, blue guys, or
hits.
dark anti-tunes.
Enemies that take forever
This is
to
actually
kill.
one of the worst.
I hate that rock monster. He sometimes takes forever to kill. You just gotta hit him a few times, then wait, then get one final blow on him. But if you hit him again and again and again, he will not die.
First enemies in this game.
Hitting him.
The dark rock
He's not
monsters. They use like
dying.
smash
Die,
hands.
you big fat rock monster! Finally!
Yeah. That's one ray of sunshine.
Hey. No!
Yeah, this is what doesn't kill Rayman. This is one of the best parts ever. It's because that's Michael Bay slow motion stuff.
Now, this is Sparta thing didn't exactly work as well as I wanted it to, but hey, he wanted to make it. So, whatever.
Die.
This is Sparta! That's what he should have done.
I know that these bike frames that kill you because these are annoying enemies ever rather than like, let's see, is it just these like bottomless pits and Shrek Smashing Crash Racing? Yeah. Don't play that game also.
Losing all of your
play this game.
things when you
I'd rather than the DS game.
die. Extra lives that don't.
By the way, MikeyAngryBird, I'd love to see your video game collection. I'd just love to see it.
That this is different. But this is the get your life bar back. But another one didn't give you. This one didn't give you lives. But get the Rayman cup, the trophies thing. Big fat liar. What? Big fat liar?
The fact that 3 hit points is enough.
How do you think so? You
5
stupid
hit
snail.
points is enough.
You stupid snail.
And
Yeah, I hate you. Yeah.
the fact that
Yes, now die.
Calm down, calm down,
3
calm down, calm
lives
down.
and 5 continues isn't enough.
But maybe we should like get like a better. Maybe we should get 99 continues or endless continues. Like it's like.
If you want infinite continues, then you need a cheat device. I own the Saturn version and an Action Replay 4 Meg Plus thingy cartridge thingy thing. Yeah, that was weird. And that has 2 sheets for Rayman, which give you infinite lives and infinite continues, which is what you need. Even though there's no infinite health option, which is what you also need. Wait, there's no infinite continues, it does give you infinite health. Infinite lives and infinite health, that's all you need in Rayman. But nope, the game creators think, or thought at the time, 3 lives, 5 continues, 3 hit points, 5 if you get an upgrade, is totally enough for our super hard game. Let's give ourselves a round of applause! Yeah, Ubisoft, you are definitely geniuses.
Like on figure 8 and get unlimited lives. Yeah, maybe we should like hack the game. Well, we don't hack games, but trying to get cheat codes is pretty cheap.
I can cheat in the Saturn version, but I don't want to cheat. I just want to play how the game designers wanted you to play. Well, not really, because I do use the 99 lives cheat, but at least I want to pretend that I'm playing it properly and not breaking the game.
As heck. But how about Skull Monkeys, that neighborhood sequel? You don't save the game, but get passwords. That's pretty useless. Yeah.
I don't like passwords, and I don't use passwords. The end! Let's try and finish this.
Useless as heck.
Thankfully, there's a code to get 99 lives, but even that doesn't seem like enough.
With all the times you'll be dying, 99 does seem like it's still not enough.
Not even the bosses are that hard.
You mean, I meant, but the bosses aren't actually that hard. That's what I should have said. But instead I said, not even the bosses are that hard, which completely doesn't make sense considering how that sentence is used.
It's actually surprising since you expect them to be really hard.
But they're way too easy in this game. Have a
Not
better
even
Rayman
Mr.
game.
Dark is that hard, and
Have a
he's
Rayman
the
too.
final
They're so hard.
boss.
I died like 2 times against Mr. Dark. That's not a lot. It might have been 3, but hey, it's not a lot.
But if there's one boss I hate, it has to be the second fight with Space Mom.
Oh my god! It's legit my mom? No, it's not your mom. Psst. Get the heck out of here. Business. I told you it's a big lie. It's not my mom. It's a Space Mama.
Annoying.
Ah, shut
I
up.
absolutely hate this fight. It is so annoying. Space Mama's attacks are cheap, annoying. And trust me, 3 pieces of health is not enough, and even 5, you can still struggle. And you'll be lucky if you come here with 5 pieces of health. All I can say is that I needed the 99 lives code not to beat her, but, well, yeah, to beat her. I only really used it so I could get more health.
I didn't use it because, you know, I ran out of lives and oh my god, I need more lives! Just because, 3 hits is enough. I need more health. So let's put in the 99 lives code.
Did the cheat to get more health just so I could beat this boss. This boss sucks! And it's still surprising that Mr. Dark is easier.
Okay, let's just skip that. Yeah, bosses are way too hard in this
Still
game.
play through the stage, but you can't play through any parts of the level where you find the boss. That
Mr. Scops is also pretty hard, but he does not compare to Space Mama.
is so
Scorpions from Game
The rest of the bosses are not that hard at all.
from Satan.
heck.
Kenny
When
Tetsuo,
you
or
beat
Ice
Mr.
Cream
Dark,
Teddio of Heaven.
You can't even play his level again. Instead,
Yeah.
the game will show
It's a
you
big lie, Ubisoft. But play in a different file. If you get the great ending, you get 100%. Or you could be a little stanker. Yeah. How about, that's a fun, Crashly, Ashley.
It won't let you
Crash 'em, bash 'em.
level at all. It will just show you the credits. That's all.
Yeah. That's why I use
As
footage
well
from YouTube for the bosses in the final level.
The memory card feature, it also has a password feature. But from what I'm aware, the passwords are long and they don't even work. So I recommend
like
you use a
Skull
memory
Monkeys
card.
or The Neighborhood too. Okay, here's the
One thing that does suck is that if you want to fight Mr. Dark and play his stage, you need to save every single electune. That's right, every single electune. There are no electunes in the final.
Yeah. Don't lie, Ubisoft, for this game. But it's a great masterpiece.
Stage, but this final stage is annoying for a final stage.
Okay, we're just...
I'd like to mention that this level is Dark Rayman.
Oh, wait a minute. Dark Rayman? But I thought he's in Rayman Arena. Oh, no, so... I believe he's... And also, there won't be a Rayman 4 game, but it's just canceled because...
I don't know if he's in Rayman M/Arena, but I know that he's in Rayman Legends, and that was the first time that I got to experience how horrid he is. Actually, it was in Rayman on the Game Boy Color. But still, I hate Dark Rayman, and he is worse in Rayman 1 than he is in the Game Boy Color version of Rayman. Well, I did have restore points, or save states, as what they technically are, but still, Dark Rayman sucks.
Maybe Dark Rayman could appear in Rayman 4, but it's canceled. Why, Ubisoft? Why? You lied to us.
They cancelled it because they just wanted to make Rayman Rabbits, because they're weird.
And if you've seen my Rayman Legends review, you should know how much I hate Dark Rayman.
Well, I probably had more trouble beating that challenge level. I forgot which one it was, but the level I was having trouble with in Rayman Legends. Oh, I forgot its name, but just the plant level thing. I probably had more trouble in that level than this level with Dark Rayman, but I still hated every second of it.
No matter what game he is in, he is so annoying. I lost around 13 lives in this one section trying to escape from Dark Rayman. He is so annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
And after saving all the Electors, dying a billion times, and beating...
It's more like if you kill so many Raymans, or you throw cocktails on fire to kill Rayman, and then you still alive, or you bring back Rayman to life again. That's rare, one ray of sunshine to never ask that again.
Mr. Dark, you would expect a good ending, right? Wrong!
So, Superman returned? Like, wrong!
Yep.
All you get is a lousy, short ending with a few fireworks and with the top hat guy just saying a couple of congratulation things.
Congratulations?
That's
Congratulations?
all you get after all that frustration!
Yeah, it's fucking failure. I'm not this angry when I beat the game at all. I wasn't even angry, I was just disappointed. Yeah. And also, here's one of the best Big Bang Bots moments of all time. The Angry Birds short fuse trailer gag.
I'm skipping it because he's not showing us it. It's better when you actually see it rather than just listening to it.
That's better.
Okay.
First off, this game looks and sounds beautiful. All 5 worlds look completely different to each other.
But this game is good. But if you kill Rayman,
there's tons of colours like I
several
mentioned
Rayman
before.
with cocktails on fire.
It's so pretty. This game just looks so good. And also this game just sounds great. Well, at least
as some Mario Brothers games. Except when some Mario Brothers do the Lost Bubble. It's difficult in this game.
Just keep looking at...
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is harder than Rayman. At least in my opinion, but hey, whatever.
Crash Bandicoot 1 is harder than these two.
Just listen.
As I call it.
Rayman is harder than Crash 1. It's your opinion, I know, but I can't even compare Rayman to Crash 1. Crash 1 is hard, but it's beatable. 100% may be extremely hard, but if you're going for any percent, it's way easier than beating Rayman 100%. But if you're aiming 100% in Crash, at the very least, you don't have to cheat in order to do it. Because in Rayman, if you want to beat the game, it's nearly impossible without cheating. I know it's not impossible, but it's virtually impossible. It's so close to impossible. I'm still surprised that people can beat this game without cheating.
One of the most hardest games of all time. Wait a minute.
The sound of beauty.
Yeah, I skipped that because it's pointless.
Other things I love is that the game controls just fine. I love the fact that the game makes you take advantage of the new abilities you gain, and the fact there are a few Metroidvania elements in the game that really adds replay value to the game.
Well,
if you want to go 100%, which I did for the first time ever.
Back when I made my first review, I could not make it past Bongo Hills. I was stuck. I never got past that level, ever. I got stuck there. I never beat it. Ever. Until now. When I finally beat it, and I not only beat it, but I got to see the rest of the game.
In my entire life.
Oh gosh, it's a little bit glitchy.
But possibly the best thing about Rayman is its amazing atmosphere. Rayman feels like no other game ever. This game feels completely original, different from all other games, and it does not feel like I've seen this before.
Rayman 1 doesn't even feel like other games. In fact, the other Rayman games don't even feel like Rayman 1. Yes, they do feel like Rayman, but but Rayman 1 just feels different from the other Rayman games. Just different.
No, this does not seem familiar.
I'm going to skip ahead because the scene is like really long.
CD.
Work.
The Angry Video Gamer already did it. Maybe you should like play Rayman on the Jaguar.
Maybe you should play Rayman on the Atari Jaguar, you Rayman on Atari Jaguar hater, even though I doubt you've ever even played it.
Also Saturn or PC.
You may want to do if you played this and enjoyed it. Now, if you want an easier portable version of Rayman, you could play Rayman Advance on the Game Boy Advance, or you can play the DSi version of Rayman.
What? We have a DSi port of that game.
It would be easier to appeal me because they're easier versions of an extremely.
We already play it. It's awesome.
Now, if you want to complete.
If I want to play Rayman 1 on the go, I'll probably just wait for some trigger grips and then I'll play the game on my PS Vita, as in the original PS1 version.
Different version of Rayman, you can play the Game Boy Color version, it's still good. It really is. It's quite different.
Isn't it a lot like after Advance of Rayman 1? It's all
really bad. Even worse
Yeah, Rayman on the Game Boy Color is its own game.
than the Atari Jaguar version, which wasn't really that bad, but it wasn't good. The Game Boy Color version sounds horrible. And just let you know, I also own the Sega Saturn version of the game, which is complete in box. In case you're wondering what that complete box PS1 version was, it's not mine, it's one of my sister's.
What? Your sister have this game?
Now, it says...
Yes, one of my sisters does. Well, she never even plays it, she just has it in her room and never plays it. It's just in the room. For no reason other to exist. I don't know if it's still there, I can go check, but I'm not going to. I can go check after the video, but I'm just not going to check. The end.
Now, the Sega Saturn version does have a few differences, such as longer load times, which is why there are some effects.
It's like Sonic 06, but it's a lot better than Sonic 06.
And the discs look quite different. I mean, just look at
Looks shiny.
Just look at them.
Brighter.
They look so different. In fact, even the backs look different, but that's mainly because of the two systems they're on. And the Sega Saturn version on the map, the lines are blue and not red.
Blue. It's a big blue.
Like the menu.
Oh, don't confuse it with
That's what I
Chinese
was
anymore.
saying. Now, here's a weird thing. The Japanese Saturn version is the same as the non-Japanese Saturn version. However, the Japanese PS1 version is very different to the non-Japanese PS1 version.
Surely it's just effects and sound effects and just other weird effects, but still, the Japanese Saturn version, at least from what I've seen from it and what I've played from the non-Japanese Saturn version, it seems the same, but from what I've played of the PS1 version and what I've seen from the Japanese PS1 version, the sound effects are different.
In terms of levels, but in terms of sound effects. The Saturn version also has different sound effects from the PS1 version. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my review on Rayman on the PS1. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. This is Big Man Lot signing out. I will show you the Sega Saturn version of Rayman on a later date, and I don't think I'll revisit Rayman Advance. I prefer the original Rayman now. But Rayman Advance is still there. I still own it, and it's still a portable Rayman. But now that you can download the PS1 version on the PSP and PS Vita, this is no use unless you want to play a portable version of Rayman. It's easier. But then there's the DSi version, which you can play. Okay?
DSi!
Of course you could play the DSi version. That's like saying you could play a video game. Duh!
We already played it on DSi.
Signing out. One more thing. The track order's completely different in the PS1 and Sega Saturn version of Rayman. Rayman.
They were made at different times, but I don't see why they could have just put them in the same order. I just don't see why. But at the very least, you can listen to the soundtracks on both the PS1 and the Sega Saturn version with both versions. You can listen to the PS1 soundtrack on the Saturn version and the Saturn soundtrack on the PS1 version, which is basically the same, but whatever.
Why?
But if you want to play the other versions on the other systems, then you'll probably have to heavily modify the system somehow. And I don't know how you would be able to do that.
Were they in another order? That is not reasonable. It's weird. But it's just a nitpick. Goodbye!
Okay, that's it.
Hopefully he's going to tell us in full detail what he thought of this review and not just mention quickly what he thought of the review and then talk about other stupid stuff.
Wait. Okay, let's end this. Yeah, clear C. I just said...
Why are you showing us your Finding Nemo DVD? If you're going to show us your Finding Nemo DVD, then I'm going to show you my Finding Nemo DVD! And it's an American version. Because it just is. Okay.
The big blue during that sequence. See? Just let me stare at Nemo. Yeah, I like Nemo. I find I do reference to Cry Bandicoot 3, the answer video, because a review, maybe like Rayman 3, maybe you should like call it, maybe she do like call it the epic part, 3 part of epicness. Yeah, probably with big games, big graphics, big HD, big stuff. Yeah, we will do like Raptor Cortex. Maybe hope it's coming the last one. Hope that coming our last one. But if we just joking, because we are to like take a break on May, on like late May, and from late April through mid-May, we'll do another reaction video. So good luck for that, guys. Bye. Yeah. Can you do a review of like Rayman 3? Well, not the epic 3-part special, but just review Rayman 3, coming like a lot longer. Maybe we should do a review on Rayman 3. So, good luck. Bye.
I only review games that are easy to review with a camera. I could try Rayman 3, but it's not on my list of what to review. I don't really want to review Rayman 3, and I'm not going to give you any promises, but I might one day. But not yet.
Okay, I'm here. Oh. Everybody's gone. Okay, I should go. So, bye.
So that was the end of his reaction video, and my one problem, he did not tell us his full opinions on the review. He didn't go into detail on his opinions, and he didn't just tell us what he thought of the review. But hey, I can live with that. But please do it in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this 3/4 of a reaction. Please comment, rate, subscribe. This is Big Bang Bot signing out. And as for my opinions on this, I liked it. I'm going to click the like button. Anyway, goodbye! I'm not going to go into full detail, but hey, whatever. I was entertained. I found it decent to watch. I didn't want to stop watching, so hey, goodbye again. Goodbye! That was stupid, but whatever.